Hey guys. Okay, so my name's Kelly Dahl. If we haven't met before, I'm a presidential diamond and I this is something I'm super passionate about because charting 101 is something that you 100% have to understand. Like if you don't understand charting, your goals are not going to happen because you don't know where you're going. Your chart is like your roadmap. It's your roadmap to your next rank. It's your roadmap to success. It is so essential to understand where you're going and what you're doing in your business by knowing your chart. Okay. So tonight is going to be very like head down. We're going over charts, nothing fluffy. I'm going to be straight up. I'm going to talk about strategy. I'm going to talk about how you get there. There will be time for questions after each rank. We're going to go through Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond. So just a little bit of background on me before we jump into that. I started this business 5 years ago in February. So I started for an extra $500 a month. I saw that Ruby rank and I thought if I can make Ruby, I can pay off this $1,000 in credit card debt that we had in addition to the mountain of credit card debt we had at the time. Was able to do that in my first couple of months. Within 6 months, I went diamond. Within a year, I was promoted to double diamond and had fully replaced my full-time income as a nurse. So I was working full-time as a nurse. I was first-time mom. My son Wyatt is now 5. We've welcomed our rainbow baby and we're now a presidential diamond team. So I've been doing this for a while. Charting is something I really enjoy. Don't ask me why. I'm a nerd. So I want to make sure that everyone leaves this meeting feeling like they know what they need to do in order to get to that goal, whether it's Ruby, whether it's Emerald, whether it's Diamond. Maybe you're here because you're helping other people promote. That's great too. This is a great way to learn how to coach and mentor people as well. If you have questions about charting, if you're confused about charting, it's hard to guide your teammates to where they're supposed to be going or what their goals are, right? If we don't understand ourselves, then we can't guide others. So super duper important to understand charting. And what I love is tonight we're going to use, I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see my iPad, which I'll be able to use my pencil and it just makes life a whole lot easier. So let's give this a whirl. Share. There we go. Yes. Okay. So you guys can see a Ruby chart. So we're going to start with Ruby. Like I mentioned, Ruby was my initial goal. I wanted to make an extra $500 a month. You see here on the chart, the average is $474 a month. There are a lot of Rubies that make $474 a month. There's a lot of Rubies that make more than that a month. There's a lot of Rubies that make less than that a month. And we're going to go over how it can vary, right? But this is the average income. Requirements, 3 qualified legs and 2,000 in group volume. I'm going to explain that here in a minute. Earnings from your team, it talks about 10% on your first 2 levels, 5% on your 3rd and 4th levels. So levels are, if you're looking at this chart here, these qualified legs would be your level 1. Okay. So a lot of times people are like, levels, I don't understand. So anyone that's directly under you in your organization is level 1. So in regards to Ruby, levels 1 and 2, you're making 10%. Levels 3 and 4, you're making 5% once you're a Ruby leader. So let's talk about this 3 qualified legs and 2,000 in group volume. First, I want to make sure everyone understands some basics to charting, because these basics, if we don't understand them, then we're shooting ourselves in the foot to begin with. So first thing first, you are the red dot. Okay. So I'm looking at Amanda. So I'm going to say Amanda for this. So I like to write, when I'm charting for someone, I write their name like at the top of the chart, I write it somewhere. In order to promote to any rank, you have to be commission qualified. You can be commission qualified one of 2 ways. So CQ to me means commission qualified. Running an 80 BV auto ship every month commission qualifies you, or 150 in personal BV orders from customers. Okay. Personal BV is the volume that's directly under you. So we all know, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now, your first goal in the business is to sign up 6 loyal customers and earn that shopping spree. So I'm going to write that over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's your first goal, is to sign. Hold on. I'm going to admit these people. is to sign your first 6 loyal customers. Now, by signing your first 6 loyal customers, that volume is all volume directly under you. Okay. So let's say I'm just going to write amounts of BV that people could potentially order. So let's say you've got an order for 30 BV, they ordered gummies. You got an order for 64 BV, they ordered Thermophytin Cleanse. You've got an order for just the hair, skin, and nails. You've got an order for Fat Fighters. You've got a mega order for 2. Pick 2s right now would be 90 BV. And then let's say you've got another 64 order for Cleanse and Thermophyt X. Okay. So you've got all of these BV, and I'm sorry that my drawing is not the most legible. It's not the prettiest, but you've got all of these orders, right? From your 6 loyal customers. Your 6 loyal customers, that volume is directly under you. So that goes towards your commission qualification. So 30 plus 64 plus 27 plus 25 plus 90 plus 64 is, I'm going to guess that, and I won't be doing this demonstration when we do Emerald and Diamond, because I'll know that you guys understand this piece, but I want to make sure that everyone understands this from the get-go, because so often I have people come to me and they're like, I'm ready to promote. And I'm like, you're not commission qualified. And they're like, what? So that's 300 in volume right there. So you've got, Amanda's got 300 in personal BV from her customers' orders. Now yours could be more, yours could be less. Okay. But that means she's earned her shopping spree. She's well on her way to Ruby. All right. Personal BV, when you see that PBV, that's volume directly under you. BV is the bonus volume associated with every product. So I said 30 is gummies, 64 is Cleanse and Thermophyt X, 27 is hair, skin, and nails, 25 is Fat Fighters, 90 is 2 pick 2s right now. So that could be a variety of things, tea and keto coffee for a month's supply. Okay, so variety of things can happen there. Now, BV, bonus volume associated with every product. PBV is the volume directly under you. Now you see here where it says total group volume. So that's GV, group volume. That is for your entire organization, okay? So that doesn't mean that you need 2,000 directly under you. That means you need 2,000 in your entire organization. So you come in, you've signed up 6 customers, and you're like, I'm ready to go Ruby. Maybe you're sitting here and you're like, I've signed 0 customers and I'm ready to go Ruby. Awesome. You're going to first sign your 6 customers. The next thing that you're going to do is sign up 3 distributors. Okay. So I'm going to say I signed up Alex, Jennifer, and Dina as distributors. Okay. So I got started. I signed up one of my friends, one of my college roommates, and my mom as a distributor, let's say. Okay. Here's the thing. A lot of people overthink this step right here. So I want to stop for a second and talk about this. Signing distributors is only hard in your brain. Signing distributors is only hard in your brain. If you can sign up a customer, you can sign up a distributor. Okay. Our best product that we offer is the opportunity. And here's why. You get the same discount as loyal customers on the products, and you get to make money by helping other people get the products. Okay. And if you guys haven't tried any of our products yet, you're missing out. We have incredible, incredible products. Okay. So know that you have to be confident going into whomever you're going to ask to do the business with you. So especially if you're looking at Ruby right now and you're like, I have an empty chart. I only have signed 2 customers, or I haven't signed any customers. I have no idea where I'm going to get these people from. That's like, you got to stop there and set your mind right and believe that you are capable of finding 3 people that need extra money. I got a little secret. Everyone needs extra money, because even the people that are making great money have raised in America. People don't just like stay in the same, like if people start making more money, they raise their standard of living. They raise the things that they buy. Most people do not stay in the same status quo place, because we live in America, and that's just consumerism for you. Okay. So that's typically how it works. People will live paycheck to paycheck, no matter whether they're making amazing money or whether they feel like they have no money at all. Okay. So everybody could use extra money. Remember that. Okay. Money is a resource. People want extra money. So you signed up Alex, Jennifer, and Dina. They are your first 3 distributors and you're super excited to help them. So their first goal is the same as your first goal. It's signing their first 6 loyal customers. Okay. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Okay. Each of your distributors wants their 6 loyal customers. Why? Because they want to earn that $150 shopping spree. Okay. They want to earn the $150 shopping spree, just like you all want to earn that if you haven't earned that yet. So it is our job as enrollers, when you enroll someone, you want to help them do that. You want to coach them to do that. But here's how it fits into you going Ruby. When you personally enroll Alex, when you personally enroll Jennifer, when you personally enroll Dina, you are eligible for a $150 cash bonus. We call them fast start bonuses. So Alex, Jennifer, and Dina getting their 1 through 6 customers in their first 30 days, they earn a shopping spree. You earn a $150 fast start bonus. Okay. So let's say you do that for all 3. You help all 3 of your ladies get $150 in fast start, you help all 3 of your distributors get their $150 shopping spree. You in turn get $150 times 3 in fast start bonuses. That alone is $450. Okay. And you have to do that in their first 30 days. Okay. So that's amazing. That's $450. That's the average income right there. So that's what I'm saying. Like Rubies can make way more than that. Okay. This, again, not hard. Don't overthink it. Don't tell yourself that you're struggling with enrolling distributors. This isn't the hard part at all. Okay. I promise. None of this business is hard. What's hard is the discipline and the consistency of working your business every day. Okay. So Alex, Jennifer, Dina, they all sign up 6 customers. Therefore, they have volume directly under them, right? So this is where that total group volume comes into play and qualified leg. So I want to explain first what a qualified leg is. Qualified leg is any distributor DT with 400 in group volume under them. Okay. So that 400 in group volume is going to come from the customers that they enroll, or you can enroll customers on their website for them, which I recommend because that's going to help them get their shopping spree and it's going to help you get your fast start bonus. Okay. If you personally enrolled them, it's a win-win. It's going to help you get to Ruby that much faster. Okay. So distributor with 400 in group volume, these 6 customers down here, that all goes towards Alex's 400 in group volume. Same with Jennifer, same with Dina. Okay. So let's say Alex, Jennifer, and Dina get to 400, 400, 400, 400, and you have 300. 400 times 3 is 1,200. 1,200 plus 300 is 1,500. So that's where you have to remember, and you go back to this note here, you have to have 2,000 in total group volume to promote to the rank of Ruby. So 1,500 isn't quite there. You're charted for Ruby because you have 3 distributors. They're all qualified legs because they have 400 in volume, but you need an extra 500 in volume to come from somewhere in this scenario. Okay. That 500 in volume could come from, let's say, just for fun, Dina, she signed up her first 6 loyal customers like in her first week. And then she signed up her 2 friends who are distributors, Kelly and Susie. You guys, I'm really creative with names. Can't you tell? Kelly and Susie as distributors, and Kelly and Susie each have 300 in volume from sales. Okay. That 600. So Kelly and Susie's 300 in volume goes into Dina's group volume. So Dina had 400, but now Dina has 400 plus 300 plus 300. That's 1,000. Okay. So if Dina is then at 1,000 group volume, 1,000 plus 400 plus 400 plus 300 equals 2,100, right? 2,100. So at that point, when you do that, by the end of a month, Amanda promotes to the rank of Ruby. Okay. Who has questions about this? I'm going to stop sharing so I can look you all in the face for a second. Who has questions about this? Can you ask them in the chat if you have questions about Ruby charting, Ruby, anything about that Ruby chart, anything about qualified legs, anything about qualified legs, anything about personal BV versus GV. Does everyone understand that? Because those concepts, like, that's really important. And I feel like they easily get confused because you're new and you're like, I'm not sure, right? That's okay. Okay. Amber said something that I think is important to bring up. So people are interested and then they say the products are too expensive. It's all in the way you look at it. People are spending money every day at Target. People are spending money every day on Amazon. If it is something that you are excited about, they will be as excited as you are. Okay. If you are super pumped, trying the coffee in your story, taking a selfie with, your samples that you just got in, taking a selfie with whatever product you're using, people are going to be excited. People are going to want to know what you have going on. Okay. I promise our products are extremely reasonable. When you think about like the things that people spend money on, it's extremely reasonable. A lot of people will drive through a place every single day, whether it's like coffee, for example. Our coffee, people think like, oh, okay, so right now you can get a month's supply of our Skinny Brew for $69 with the Pick 2 deal. People are like, $69 for a month's supply of coffee, like that's a lot. And it's like, not if you're going to like Starbucks, not if you're going to Dunkin'. And here's the thing. There are some people that absolutely make their coffee at home. And so for them, they feel like it's a stretch. And that's when you talk about like brain boosting nootropics, things like that. But for most people, I bet you like people are addicted to Starbucks, and Starbucks coffee, I'm sorry, like it tastes disgusting. Like if you have the coffee by itself, it is not good. If you add all of the sugary stuff, sure, it tastes good, but like it has no brain boosting perks. It has no fat burning perks, like so many things. Anyways, okay. Ruby. Anybody questions on Ruby? Because we're going to move on to Emerald. Okay. $2.30 a day. That's right. Okay. I'm going to share. Hold on. Got to turn on the screen mirroring again. Okay. So next thing we're going to talk about is Emerald. So really quickly, Emerald, 3 qualified legs, 2 being Ruby legs, and 5,000 in total group volume. Earnings from your team, you get the 10% on the first 2 levels, 5% on your 3rd and 4th and 5th levels, plus 2% on your 6th level or deeper, infinitely, or through the 5th level of the next Emerald or higher in your organization. What I want you to notice about Emerald, the most important thing to know about Emerald and why it's so great to go from Ruby to Emerald, is that Ruby, you're getting paid on levels like 1 through 4. Emerald, you're getting paid on your 6th level or deeper. Okay. So like a lot of you're on levels 1 and 2. You don't need to worry about this, but the longer people are in the business, you have more and more levels as you grow a team. So Emerald and above, there are a lot of, and as you go to Diamond, there are more things unlocked. So just important to know that our compensation plan is amazing. Like it's the bee's knees. It's amazing. We make really, really, really great money. The more you rank up, the more money you're going to make. Okay. So 3 qualified legs, 2 being Ruby, and 5,000 total group volume. So here we are. I'm going to use Jennifer. Jennifer went Diamond, but Jennifer went Emerald 2 months ago. So I'm using her as an example. 3 qualified legs, 2 being Ruby legs, 5,000 in total group volume. So carrying over from the last chart, right? Let's say I'm a Ruby. Let's say, I don't remember what names I used. Sorry, guys. I use these names, but not in this way. Kelly, Susie, and Dina. Okay. Kelly and Susie, let's say I sign up a couple distributors. I sign up my mom, I sign up my cousin. And then let's say Jennifer signs up a distributor and she puts her down here. And then Susie signs up her sister and her college friend. And then Jennifer signs up her sister. So she moves her down here. Now, the reason I'm using these examples is because it's important for you to know that you can place distributors throughout your organization, okay? So getting to Ruby, getting to Emerald can happen a lot faster than we mentally think that it can, right? The beauty of this business is you promote much more quickly when you're helping others, okay? So you're gonna help yourself, you're gonna help your team's gonna help you. It's an ebb and flow, okay? You're going to help others, which is awesome. So Jennifer has all of her distributors here, and she has 2 rubies. So it reads here, 3 qualified legs, 2 being ruby legs, and 5,000 in that total group volume. So Jennifer has to be commission qualified, right? She has to be commission qualified. Right now, anyone who goes Emerald in their first 2 calendar months, so if you signed up in the month of February, you have until the end of April to promote to the rank of Emerald. If you signed up in the month of January, this is your month to go Emerald and earn that $5,000 bonus. You guys, $5,000 is a big deal. And Emeralds make on average $939 a month. Okay. Now I'm going to say again, I see Emeralds that make $700, $800, $900. I see Emeralds that make over $1,000 a month. It can all range all over the place. This is the average, but the more distributors that you personally enroll, the more your check is going to go up, okay? Because they're going to be personally enrolled to you and you're going to earn those fast starts, okay? And those fast starts, $150 times 3, 4, 5 people, that's a lot of money, okay? So keep that in mind. So with that being said, Jennifer has to be commission qualified. I have to be commission qualified, meaning I have to either run an ADBV auto ship. So I'm going to say I'm running an ADBV auto ship. And then let's say Susie's not running an auto shipment, but she's got 150 in personal BV from her customers, okay? And then Dina's at 400 BV directly under her, okay? Now, that means mom, cousin, Holly, sister, college friend, sister of Jennifer, they all have to end up at 400, okay, or more to be a qualified leg. 400, that could be volume directly under them. Mom, let's say my mom comes in and she signs up like all of her teacher friends as distributors and they're all killing it. My mom might have like 300 in personal volume directly under her, but with her distributors, she could be working on Ruby, right? Like your chart can evolve in that way. So then my mom could have, let's say, 1,000 in group volume. Okay. And then my cousin could have 400 in group volume. And Holly could have 400 in group volume. And Susie's sister could have 500, and so on and so forth. What's most important to remember? Your qualified legs have to have how much? They have to have 400 in order to be a qualified leg. GV. So it could be directly under them, which would be personal BV, or it could be GV because their organization is growing down. Okay. That's when I think people get confused, is when they're like, oh, this, like, people sometimes look at Kelly and Susie because they're rubies and think they need to be at 400. They need to be a qualified leg, but they're going to be a qualified leg by default because their GV is going to be over 2,000, right? Their group volume, because they've got mom, cousin, and Holly. Like, so in my case, I'm commission qualified because I'm running an ADBV auto ship, but my mom, my cousin, and Holly, that's 1,000, 400, 400. That's 1,800 right there. And let's say I'm running an ADBV auto ship, and then I've got some customers directly under me. That all adds up to 2,000, okay? But I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to get Kelly and Susie PBV, their direct volume under them, to 400, but that's not the case, okay? Kelly and Susie just need to be commission qualified. They need to be commission qualified, and then their 2,000 group volume has to come from their entire organization, okay? This is Kelly's organization. This is Susie's organization. And then Dina, because she's just a qualified leg on this chart, she needs to have 400 in volume minimum. Okay. Jennifer has to be commission qualified. Your total group volume on Emerald is 5,000 in total group volume. Okay. That's when you're ready to promote. Kelly and Susie are Ruby. Dina's at 400. Jennifer promotes to Emerald because she's got over 5,000 in group volume. Okay. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not including yourself, distributors on an Emerald chart. 9 people's lives that you have to change. Don't think of these boxes as boxes. Think of them as human beings, hearts. These are people that you want to help, okay? Everyone that you bring onto your team is not going to be like you. Everyone that you bring onto your team isn't going to work as hard as you. You are going to be the hardest worker on your team always, 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 okay? You want to go Emerald, you got to work like an Emerald before you're an Emerald, okay? And you can do that, you guys, in an hour or 2 a day. I promise you, I went Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond while I was working full-time, while I was finishing my master's degree, while I was a first-time mom and a wife. Like, I did all of the things. I honestly think busy people manage their time much better than myself. Okay. Who has questions about Emerald? If there's a DT that never got their shopping spree, are they still able to get the bonuses? They are still able to get the bonuses if they are commission qualified. They need to be commission qualified. Okay. Just because, like, if you don't get a shopping spree, that doesn't mean you're like, well, can't do anything, right? You can still promote. Okay. So once everyone gets commission qualified, it doesn't really matter where the rest of the BV goes, right? Or, okay. So Skylar, Kelly and Susie on the Emerald chart, they're the rubies. They have to be commission qualified. Qualified leg, if it says qualified leg underneath that box, they have to have 400 in group volume. Okay. And then Kelly's group volume here has to be 2,000 because she's a ruby. Susie's volume has to be 2,000 group volume. Okay. And group volume is your entire organization. Entire organization. So Kelly has, I mean, technically, that's why I wanted to show you guys. Kelly has an organization here. Susie has an organization, and then Jennifer has an organization. Okay. Because she's the Emerald. Any questions before we move on to Diamond? Is anything that I'm saying like, because, okay, this all builds on each other, right? If you haven't noticed, Emerald, we talked about Ruby. Emerald contains 2 rubies and a qualified leg. That's what it is, okay? So now we're going to pull up the Diamond, and you can tell me what you see there. I wish I could see the chat when I'm doing this, but I can't. So that's the only downfall to me using the screen share. Okay, so now we go to Diamond, and a Diamond is an Emerald and a Ruby, and an Emerald, like we said, is 2 rubies. So essentially, what is a Diamond? 3 rubies, okay? This business is built on rubies. I think Ambassador's like 54 rubies or something like that, okay? So looking at this Diamond chart, 3 qualified legs, 1 being a ruby leg and 1 being an Emerald leg, and 8,000 total group volume. So Emerald leg here. Oh, where's my pen? Oh, wait, I have a highlighter too. Emerald leg. Oh, I did get qualified leg, ruby leg. Those are your 3 qualified legs. And 8,000 in total group volume. Oh man, I'm getting really excited about this highlighter action, you guys. Okay, 10% on your first 2 levels, 5% on your 3rd and 4th, 5th levels, plus 2% on your 6th level or deeper, infinitely, or through the 5th level of the next Emerald or higher in your organization. So same as Emerald, right? But at Diamond, you start earning generation bonuses, new distributor leadership bonuses, okay? I'm going to talk about that here in a second after we get through charting. So Jennifer, why is it? I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Well, that's cool. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, so Jennifer is, why is it doing that? I don't know, guys. Okay, Jennifer is promoting to diamond. Okay, this is obnoxious. Why? Sorry, guys. Maybe it's because there's, so let's say Kelly is here. Okay, I'm, why is this happening? Maybe that'll make a difference. Anybody an expert when it comes to, okay, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know why this is happening and why it looks like this, guys. Okay, so Kelly is here. We're gonna say Susie is here. Oh my gosh. And evidently you guys have to start learning a different language. I don't know why this is happening, guys. Hold on, maybe I figured it out. Here we go. Dina is here. Okay. And I'm here. All right, so it continues. Qualified legs, it says qualified leg under there, right? Here, 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 here. Qualified leg has to have what? 400 in group volume. Okay. Rubies have to be commission qualified, just like your emerald, just like Jennifer does up here. Okay. If you're promoting to a rank, you have to be commission qualified and you have to have the total group volume for that rank. Commission qualified is 80 BV auto ship or 150 personal BV from customers' orders, combination of you and your orders. I'm saying that again because I want everyone to feel crystal clear about that, okay? So with diamond, 8,000 in total group volume. If you remember, Ruby, Susie over here has to end up with 2,000. Kelly being an emerald has to end up with 5,000. You know, Dina has to be at 400 because she's a qualified leg. 5,000, 2,000 plus 400. Let's say Jennifer's got, I don't know, 200. 7,000, 74, 7,600. Okay, so 8,000 minus 7,600. That's an extra 400 that has to come from somewhere. It doesn't matter where it comes from when you're promoting to diamond. Okay, does not matter where it comes from when you're promoting to diamond, but it has to come from somewhere. In order for you to promote, you have to be at 8,000 or above. My goal for all of you when you go diamond, shoot way above. You don't need to just have 8. Have the mindset of, I want to be well over 8. I want to be at 9 or 10K, okay? So you see how every rank builds on the last, okay? And it continues when you go double, triple, so on and so forth, okay? Diamond is unique because it's the 4th rank in our company. It's the first leadership rank. Diamond is the first leadership, then double diamond, so on and so forth. So this generation bonuses, this is why you want to get to diamond as soon as possible. As you find new leaders, you earn up to 9% on their team's activity. So when you have, and this is in the compensation plan, but as you have teammates, once you're diamond, and then you have teammates go diamond, you earn more on your personally enrolled diamond. So when you have people who promote to diamond on your team, then you earn more. Okay, you earn 9% on their total organization. It's a big deal. It's a big chunk of change. Okay. New distributor leadership bonuses. This is my favorite. Listen closely. start building new legs, and you can add an additional $80 to $150 on every new team member in your organization. So once you promote to the rank of diamond, you promote to the rank of diamond in March, let's say. Let's say you enroll, you're charted for, let's say you just went emerald, you're going diamond this month. And let's say you need 6 more distributors. You personally enroll all 6 of those distributors in the next week because you're going diamond this month and you're getting things done. Okay. You enroll all 6 of those distributors yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you promote to diamond in the month of March, they will all be diamond coded to you. Okay. Because you're promoting in the month of March. Once you promote to diamond, everyone that you enroll the month you promote and moving forward is diamond coded to you, which means you're eligible for these additional $80 to $150 on every new team member. Those are leadership bonuses. Anytime that you enroll a new teammate, once you're a diamond, you get your $150 fast start bonus. You also get a diamond leadership bonus. Those leadership bonuses are a part of your compensation, your commission check every month. So let's say you enroll these 6, you're not only going to earn your $150 fast start bonuses when they get their first 6 customers in their shopping sprees, you're also going to earn $80 in addition to that in your commission check. Okay, the following month. So 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. And it goes up for double and up for triple and so on and so forth. Now, what's also cool is now that you're a diamond leader, let's say distributor 1, 2, and 3, they start enrolling distributors. Guess who they're diamond coded to? You. So you're not getting the fast start bonus because 1, 2, and 3 enrolled these distributors, but you're getting the leadership bonus on these distributors, okay, that they enroll because 1, 2, and 3 are personally enrolled to you. Okay. So that's just a dip into leadership bonuses. But I can tell you that Mark tells us at the rank of diamond, you get the license to print money. There's so much money to be had at diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, presidential diamond, ambassador diamond. The more you rank up, the more money, the more the compensation plan unlocks. Okay. You can make good money. I was ecstatic to be making an extra $500 a month as a Ruby, right? But I decided I wasn't going to stop there and I kept going. And that's why I show up every single day because I will always have goals, right? I will always have goals that push me to the next thing. If there is a DT, okay, I answered that question. All right. Who has questions about diamond? Let's talk strategy for like 5 minutes. And then we're going to jump off here. Okay. So thinking about promoting, let's go back to emerald. I'm just going to give you guys like some scenarios that might come up for you in the next month. So I'm pulling up the emerald chart, and this applies really to anything. So let's say you're charted for emerald right now and you're like, all right, this is my month. I'm doing it. I'm going emerald, right? And let's say you're charted and you have distributors. You have some distributors. So like looking at this chart, let's say Kelly and Susie are working. Dina's not really. Your mom and cousin are killing it. Holly's not working. You know, your sister and your college friend are working it, but your Jennifer's sister is not working or whatever. Okay. When you continue to enroll distributors this month, things that you can do to help boost your volume, things that you can do to help yourself get to emerald that much more quickly and that much more strongly is, let's say you keep enrolling distributors, you can stack distributors under non-working legs. So I mentioned, sorry, I didn't mean to erase that. So I mentioned like Holly not working. You can stack another distributor directly here. So let's say you stack Courtney here. Courtney's volume goes into Holly's group volume, right? So just because Holly's not working, okay, that's fine. You're going to get Holly, You're going to make sure whoever gets their fast start bonus there, right, gets their 6. But then after that, you can work with Courtney, and Courtney's volume is going to go into Holly's volume, which goes into Jennifer's volume, right? Who's going Emerald. It's good to stack when you're going after a promotion, especially under non-working boxes, okay? If you come to a place where you're like, I don't know where to place this distributor and I'm going Emerald this month, ask your enroller to take a look at your chart, okay? Ask your enroller to take a look at your chart. Things that are also really, really important to do, like right now, if you haven't done it already, is project your volumes. Look at where you ended last month. Go through each person in your tree viewer. If you're going Ruby, if you're going Emerald, if you're going Diamond, and you have distributors in your tree viewer, in your system, look at what volume was there last month. Look at where they are in their loyal customer program. So if they are on month 2, this is month, let's say this is month 2, they should have, you can add up those volumes and figure out, okay, Kelly should be at this volume this month. Susie should be at this volume this month. Then you know where to place the volume accordingly, okay? Fast start bonuses are a priority, of course, but you also want to keep an eye on like where you need volume based on who's working, who's not working, where you can stack, that sort of a thing, okay? It's an ebb and flow. It's an ever moving process. Don't feel like just because you start the month one way and need to do things, and you need to shift, that's okay. But there should always be more than one set of eyes on your chart, okay? Don't feel like you should be able to figure it all out. Don't feel like you shouldn't ask questions. You should ask questions, okay? Also important, every single person on your chart, their account has to be active. In the sense, their box cannot be canceled. If it says canceled in eSuite, you cannot use them on your chart. The only way, if it's canceled, like let's say, okay, so this is a scenario. Let's say on your Emerald chart, your qualified legs, you've got Kelly and Susie and then Dina. Dina reaches her 1 year and her account cancels out. If Dina doesn't have like another distributor under her that's active, then that leg, that volume goes into your overall group volume, but Dina can't count as a qualified leg because Dina's box is canceled, okay? Dina's account was canceled. But if Dina had signed up like her sister and her sister's account is still active, then all of that volume counts in that leg still. Then that can still count as a qualified leg. You have to have an active distributor somewhere in that line, okay, in order for that to count. It's so, so important to make sure your distributors are active. Now, that being said, commission hold does not mean they're inactive. Commission hold means they haven't filled out their tax information. You can use someone who hasn't filled out their tax information, which means they're not getting paid, which is super foolish, but that's on them, right? You can still use them as a qualified leg, as a Ruby, as whatever, right? They just have to be technically, they have to be commission qualified in the sense that they either have 150 in volume under them or they're running an auto shipment, okay? Distributors must be active. If you have someone on your chart, if you've been doing this for a while and you have someone on your chart and their account, like their 1 year anniversary is this month, stack a distributor under them. Okay, their account will automatically cancel. If they're not working, their account will automatically cancel 2 months after their anniversary date. If they're not gonna, what's it called? Renew. If they're not going to renew, it'll automatically cancel. All right, new message. Who has questions? So if you have 1 Emerald, 3 Rubies, and 11 qualified legs, but you have over 8K, and then therefore you would promote to Diamond because each of those would need a specific GV to keep that rank. So as long as you're saying like you broke it down. Well, it has to be structured in that way, right? So your Emerald and Ruby, you've got an Emerald and a Ruby. They can't be, you can't count like, let's say I'm Emerald and Dana and Amanda are my Rubies. You can't count me as your Emerald and Dana as the other Ruby, right? It has to be different legs. So I'm a leg, then let's say Stephanie's a leg. Okay. Because Stephanie's not under me, but we're both under Jennifer, right? So make sure that lineage, that's important to understand and pay attention to, because I've seen all too many times people be like, oh, I thought so-and-so was not under that person. I'm like, no, they are. You can't be in the same leg. So yes, you have 11 qualified legs throughout that organization, but the lineage, it has to follow the flow of the chart. Okay. So the emerald has 2 rubies directly under them somewhere, and those 2 rubies can't be in the same leg, right? Like I can't have Dana and Taryn under me stacked under each other. Like Dana could be under me and be ruby, and then Taryn could be under Dana and be a ruby, but I can't count Dana and Taryn as my 2 rubies because they're in the same line. Yes, I can show the diamond chart again. Okay. Okay, so see how, and I know I didn't write in names, but I felt like you guys got what I was talking about at this point. So this ruby and this qualified leg under me are all in different legs under Kelly. And then under Jennifer, me, Dina, and Susie are all in different legs. We are not in the same legs. Right? So technically you can go all the way from ruby to ambassador with just 3 legs, right? With just 3 organizations underneath you. But a lot of times people end up growing their organization wide. And that's another day, another Zoom. Okay. So then under me, because I'm the emerald on this chart, there would be 1, 2, 3 legs, right? But my qualified leg, this qualified leg, couldn't be this person. I'm going to say is my mom. My mom couldn't be under my ruby, which is my sister. I couldn't count her down here as that person. Okay. You can't like double dip. They have to be in different lineage. Okay. I can't see questions, so I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. Anybody have any more questions? Good idea to have a chart with the qualified legs just to make sure you aren't mixing up legs. I don't think so. No, I think that would be that's more confusing to me. I would rather just have, here's the thing. These charts are all in eSuite. Go to eSuite and print yourself off one. What a lot of my leaders do is they print off, like if they're working on diamond, they'll print off a diamond chart and they'll put it in like not a laminated, but like a sleeve. And then they'll write on it with dry erase markers so that they can like erase and they don't have to print. I print new charts all the time. I'm very bad. I recycle, but I like paper charts. Okay, Stephanie, we can talk about it offline. Because I want to wrap up this call and unless you can tell me what is confusing you specifically. I love it, Mariah. So the important thing is if you print off a diamond chart, if you print off a ruby chart, if you print off an emerald chart, does everyone know when I'm saying tree viewer in eSuite? Okay. Open up eSuite, click on reports, click on tree viewer. On the left, you're going to see your distributors there. Okay. If you click the down arrow, those distributors are under your top line distributor, right? That's one leg. You can't take multiple people from that leg and be like, oh, this person's going to be ruby. And then this person's going to be a ruby in another leg. It doesn't work that way. Okay. They have to be in separate legs. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Any other questions? Charting is not confusing. Charting is something that you need to have in front of you. Okay. If you're going ruby, you need to have a ruby chart wherever you sit and work. You need to have a Ruby chart on your bathroom mirror. You need to have a Ruby chart. Like if you're promoting to a rank this month, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, meaning you want to make an extra 500, an extra 1,000, an extra $2,000 this month, you need to eat, breathe, give yourself permission to be obsessed with your business. Like I think so often we live in this world, like especially now, first of all, as moms, like we have all these expectations placed upon us as women too, in general, all these expectations placed upon us. And we are somehow supposed to literally remain hormonally even keel, sane, keep the house together. Maybe you're working a full-time job as well, doing all of these things. Like there's so many pressures that we as women put on ourselves. We also think that we have to put ourselves together every day and we have to show up for everyone else except for ourselves. This is your thing. If you want it to be your thing, be obsessed with your business. Don't feel bad about it. Be obsessed, eat, breathe, sleep, and live whatever bonus you're going after. I promise for the last 5 years, anytime that it's been a month that I'm pushing for a promotion, months that I'm pushing for a promotion, I haven't regretted an ounce of sleep that I've lost. I haven't regretted any of the things that I did to work hard at my promotion. I haven't. I don't regret a single bit of it. Okay. And you won't either. So don't give yourself a hard time. Yeah, Skylar, that's normal. Eventually your husband it'll just be normal and he'll be like, whatever, this is what she does. But don't give yourself a hard time. Allow yourself to become obsessed, especially if you're going after bonuses, like girlfriend, just go. Tell your husband what you're doing. Tell your significant other what you're doing and be like, this is what I'm doing. Get excited. And this means I'm going to have to say no to things. Dustin used to get on to me so much because I would say yes to everything, like every social thing that we were invited to. Like I was the woman that wanted to say yes to everything. I felt like I needed to be there for everything, right? If you're not saying hell yes to something, it's okay to say no, right? There are certain things that you want to be at, that you really, really want to be a part of. And there are certain things that you do out of obligation in life. And I feel like, and then when it comes to family and kids and all of that, it becomes like that list grows longer, but it's okay to miss out on things if it's not a hell yes, right? For you, it's okay. I'm really excited to see everyone promote this month. You guys showing up to Zooms. My best advice when it comes to promoting is being certain with where you're going, showing up for yourself every day, looking yourself in the mirror and saying that you are a Ruby, you are an Emerald, you are a Diamond. And then putting in the work, being consistent and being disciplined every day when you lay your head on the pillow, knowing you did everything that you needed to do. You completed your tasks. You feel super great about the day. You have a new, chunk of potentials and you're just on cloud nine, right? About your business. If you want to enroll somebody every day, if you want to enroll a new customer, if you want to enroll a customer or distributor every day, you have to think about it. You have to believe it. You have to write it down. I think a lot of times people are like, I'm going to go Ruby. I'm going to go Emerald. Like, I don't know how. And that's okay to say, like, I don't know how exactly it's going to happen, but you have to believe and like have conviction in your heart and in your soul that it's going to happen. And I don't know how else to explain that other than it's like a conviction, but you also have to make that decision. Okay. Even when you feel scared, even when it feels far, and you have to make that decision every day. And that's where people struggle. The first week of the month, people are like, yeah, I got this. I'm doing it. And then like somewhere around like the 13th, 14th, 15th, some people tend to like pull back and they're like, oh, it feels really far. I don't know. And then instead of like digging in and leaning in, and they dance, right? They dance with the idea and then they pull back because it's easier to just say, oh, it's not my month, instead of pushing really hard and then maybe coming really, really close. You push for the moon. And if you miss, you land among the stars. Okay. Go all in with whatever goal it is. Don't say, I'm going to do this, but I'd love to do this. Whatever you would love to do, that's what you need to be pushing for. Okay. I'm really, really excited for all of you, and I'm really proud of you guys for showing up tonight. I will I will upload the recording